got laser. You can even see it kind of working. He's doing some laser patches right now.
Oh, cool.
So that's a customer we've trying to kind of see if we can get him to join us. So he's just testing, trying to get that license plate right for that. So
Yeah,
that's
I like
laser.
that.
Then we've got UV over here. UV is ultraviolet. So basically it's like inks that are cured with light.
Okay.
So you don't have to, literally it comes out of there and it's dry. You can't,
wow.
Smear it or anything like
Yeah,
that. But you can do all kinds of stuff on that. Flasks and pint glasses, and but you can do poker chips and anything that's flat.
Hey everybody, here with another interview. This is Travis Ross with Make Your Mark Design. So they do all kinds of printing, from t-shirt printing to they can do mugs. They have laser etching as well, sandblasting, and what was that last one? That
UV.
UV.
Yeah, DTG embroidery.
Yeah.
We've got actually six different printing methods.
Okay, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. And then obviously Shane Kazmaier with Kenneth James, you guys know the spiel. So we're gonna just hop right in here and kind of figure out a little bit more about Travis's business and what you guys do here.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do actually at this
Sure.
business? Yeah.
Sure. So we are a print-on-demand fulfillment center,
Mm-hmm.
and so what print-on-demand is basically anything that you can make with a digital file. You don't have to like in screen printing, you have to prepare the screens and do all these things, and the economies of scale work when you're doing hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like on an e-commerce website, or you just need a couple of shirts for your
Real estate
yeah,
business.
for your real estate
Yeah.
business, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or you're going on a family reunion trip or something.
Mm-hmm.
You need 10 shirts or something
Mhm.
like that. A lot of times, some of the things that we do, because it's print on demand, it can be digital, and there's not a lot of setup, and you can kind of do that one-off
Yeah.
type of design. So like this hat is
Yeah.
an example. That's a leather patch that
Yeah.
we did. Shot it with a laser,
Mhm.
stuck it on a hat, and so we can do that. So what we primarily do with the fulfillment side is we have clients that sell on Amazon and Walmart and Shopify and
Yeah.
all of those places. And then when an order comes in, it's automatically kind of routed into our system. We push it out to the different departments, fulfill the order, or
Yep.
print the item, and
Yep.
then put it in a box and ship it
And
to
ship
them.
it.
And then we just bill them at the end of the month. So
Huh.
that's primarily what we do. Recently, we've been taking more kind of local orders and trying to get more involved in communities. I was just telling you
Yeah.
before we started this,
Yeah.
we're actually doing a farm and art market in Erie here soon, and just going to take some of our products, even like something like this
Yeah.
hat, have a bunch of different patches, a bunch of different hats, and then allow people to like, oh, I like that patch, I like that color, can you do it? And then we'll just literally right there
Yeah.
press the hat
Yeah.
and hand it to them. And then we'll also have some drinkware and
Yeah.
maybe some shirts and things like that,
Yeah,
just
that's super cool.
showcasing some of the different things we do. So
Yeah.
the local side is kind of new, and we're
Mhm.
just kind of easing our way into it. But I have several people that have already used us and already asked us for, hey, can you do 10 of these, or can you
Mhm.
do 20 of these, or
Yeah.
it just kind of depends on what people need,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we try to figure out a way to get it done for them.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And it's not, there's definitely a lot of local that we can help both ways.
Yeah.
Hopefully this interview gets it out to the local
Yeah.
communities. And I have a shirt that I used, and they were actually stolen, and just says like I'm a realtor.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna ask you to do
Oh,
something
cool.
similar. I'm gonna try to figure out something I can do again, because it's great marketing. It's free marketing.
Sure.
You have friends and family that want to wear it, and
Yeah.
anything like that. So that's awesome, man. What is one of the most memorable things that you've kind of, because you've been in business for a while, like 4
Yeah.
to 6 years, you said something
Yeah.
like that. What's like one of the most memorable moments, starting the business?
So our business has taken a lot of different kind of twists and turns, a lot of
Mhm,
pivots.
mhm.
I was joking that my basketball shoes are worn out because
Yeah,
I pivoted
yeah.
so many times. But for e-commerce, Q4 is always crazy. And so this particular year, we actually moved into this facility in November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, November 2nd, I think, was the Monday that all of the trucks pulled in with all of our equipment, all of our machines. We had to set up from scratch, put all the shelving up, get all the stock in the middle of the busiest time of year.
Yeah.
And then you combine that with some of these pieces of equipment we had not used before.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually I partnered with a guy that's in California that
Mm-hmm.
he had been using them, and he basically brought them all out. We set them all up, and so he's training us. His operations manager's training us, and we have 5 to 10 times the amount of normal orders. So you can imagine
Your workload was
it was
intense.
pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, we were able to, we hired some extra staff, and we always do every Q4. So if you do need a, an easy, want to make a couple bucks in Q4, please contact me. I'm always looking to, hire a few extra people around the holidays. Because we do a lot of business for our e-commerce partners during the holidays. It's pretty nuts. So definitely one of the most memorable moments in our business was this past Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we were just really busy.
Opening up during COVID. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. It was, I mean, everybody was obviously masked up, and because of the way we have, we have a lot of space here.
Yeah, there is a lot of space.
We can kind of spread out pretty well because, one person's packing and they need their space to be able to get all their stuff.
Yeah.
Or somebody's printing and they've got, so we were able to kind of observe social distancing.
Yeah.
And we were very thankful that COVID didn't enter the facility. A couple of us got it later, like my family had it, and a couple of our other production people had it, but they didn't get it until it was like February. So we definitely dodged a bullet. I mean, I know a lot of other people weren't as lucky.
That would have been tough too.
Yeah.
Like you said, Q4, all these orders coming in, COVID hitting one of your employees. I mean, it could have been a disaster. Just a disaster really quick. So that's amazing, man. That sounds so awesome too. Like opening up a business during one of the most stressful times for you already, and then pulling all your equipment in here.
It wasn't very smart. I'll just be honest. But we made it.
Yeah. Hey, that's proofs in the pudding, man. You're there. You're here and there. What does the future hold for Make Your Mark Design?
Sure. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit. We want to continue to add clients to our print-on-demand e-commerce side, so our fulfillment network. Like I was mentioning to you, I think that the print-on-demand business, the e-commerce side of it, like creating an image and putting it on a product that does not exist until the customer buys it, is an incredible opportunity for, entrepreneurs or new people that want to just kind of dabble in business, or maybe they just want to make a few $100 a month. And they have some time and they have some design skills. I think that ability to kind of go in at a very low cost, it's really just your time. And then finding a company like mine, there's hundreds of fulfillment centers.
Oh, sure.
That offer the same kind of, same products that we do. It's just a level of service, or maybe there's a couple different products. But so we want to continue to expand our clientele with people that are selling online that we're fulfilling for. But at the same time, we also have this other desire to kind of get more involved in the northern Colorado community. I live in Erie. We were in Longmont for a while. We're here in Broomfield right now. And so we want to start going to the farm and art markets, meeting new people, helping them, because there's so many things. You mentioned it, just real estate, any small business, they need stuff, and it's inexpensive advertising. And then you've got the school systems. We did a big job for Erie Middle School for a bunch of hoodies for some
I was going to say, or even just kickball leagues.
Exactly.
The list goes on. I mean, it seems endless.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of, there's really kind of two businesses there, honestly. But I think the way we set ourselves up, we've really systematized the online stuff, and so now our focus is going to be, well, how do we systematize the local stuff? Because we've got standard operating procedures and onboarding documentation and all that stuff for the online thing. And so now it's time to focus on the local market and see how we can help them.
What would you say, how could we help you, me as a realtor, the people watching, how could we help you besides bringing people to your business?
I mean, just if you, I don't know how you can help me aside from kind of getting the name out there. I mean, this whole interview is, there's a benefit just having people watch and having people know that this exists in their town. I mean, I did a shirt for a woman that her husband's birthday was happening, and she needed one shirt, and she didn't really have an idea, and she was like, I don't care how much it costs, I'll pay your design fees, and this is my idea. And it probably wasn't the best business decision to spend a half an hour designing her shirt and all of that, but it really made her happy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so we're able to do stuff like that. It's always better, obviously, if you have your art ready and all that stuff. And we can tell you what we need to make your thoughts a reality. But again, what we were talking about earlier is, educating people. When somebody wants something in the print on demand world, we got 6 different departments here.
Yeah.
And 6 different departments means that, well, this department can't print on cotton, and this department can't print on poly. And so which item do you actually need? So there's a customer education component that I think is kind of fun for me.
Yeah.
We have our own podcast, the Print on Demand Cast, if you're interested in it, where we talk about online, the podcast, where we talk about this stuff, and we try to get as much education out there, because as you can tell, I love talking. And I have a partner, that we do the podcast. It's a lot of fun. But I think just helping people understand what their options are, because I don't think that I don't know that people realize that right in your backyard you can get a really cool laser patch at.
Yeah, that's super cool. It reminds me of like Gone Fishing in Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of cool things that we can do, and if we can help anybody who's watching this or answer any questions, we'd be happy to do it.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I really think that there's a huge market for it. I mean, just alone, like getting in with some of the bigger corporations, like I personally work out a lot, like FASA, they do a lot of their own screen printing, or not their own, but they outsource it, and like there's a lot of just organizations, and then when you break it down to just individuals like that, helping that lady, I mean, there's literally an endless amount of things you can do for people. There's a little example right here too. They can do a flask.
Flasks.
Yeah.
We do embroidery.
Yeah.
This is just like a test thing that we were doing, and little leather patches, different colors. So a lot of cool
literally options. So many options. Yeah, that's awesome. And then like the last question I have for you is, and it doesn't have to be about Broomfield, but like what really draws you to the community of Erie and like Longmont, northern Colorado? What do you enjoy about this tight knit community that you've been around for a while now?
Yeah. We moved here. We moved up to northern Colorado. We were in Colorado Springs. We moved up to northern Colorado about 8 or 9 years ago, and really, it's been great. I'm originally from Kansas, so kind of a Midwestern kid, and I feel kind of that same vibe here. There's a lot of just good people that I really enjoy all of the different communities getting out. I mean, this especially post-COVID, all of these farm and art markets, all these street parties, all these art shows, and things that people are outside. I mean, you can't beat our weather for one, so why not enjoy it and go outside and do some of that stuff. So we, if I'm honest, I'm a big beer drinker too. So I love that we have all these breweries and all these different places. And there's just, I think there's also a big support for small business. To be honest, I don't know if you've experienced that. I definitely have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, people are always wanting to like come behind you and support you if they can. They might be able to buy it online, but if they can get it locally, they're going to do it. And I think COVID really proved that. A lot of restaurants are still here that could have very easily been out of business if it weren't for the kindness of people in northern Colorado.
Yeah, 100%. I'm from the Midwest too, man. I'm from Ohio.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very similar as far as people. Like everyone's super nice. I've only been out here for 4 or 5 years now, and like I've been more welcomed than anything. Like, I always hear these like, oh, you're not a native type things, but I've never ran into it. I don't see a whole lot of people that are.
I don't either.
I've heard the rumors or this and that, but it's honestly been an extremely beautiful place to live. Mountains, hiking, skiing, snowboarding. I mean, mountain biking. Literally, like you said, endless things. Like 300 plus days of sunshine.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the communities out here are amazing. I just went to the Erie Farmers Market, and it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, they had all kinds of cool stuff there, like the fresh honey and all these amazing plants, and it was awesome. I mean, there was a lady who was doing like necklaces weaved out of like hemp and things like that. So after post COVID, it's really changed the game, and I think it's gonna hopefully keep growing.
Yeah,
that's what I'd like to see. I'm a big fan of supporting local. Obviously, I'm here, doing this interview, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great interview, honestly.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Again, Travis Ross here with Make Your Mark Design. Sorry about that. And then Shane Kasmar, Kenneth James Realty. Be out on the lookout for this interview. It'll be probably around 2 weeks when I drop it. Do a little editing on it and everything, and make it look clean and sharp. And then I'm really excited for you guys to listen to the podcast as well. Print on demand cast,
Yep.
and then I'll drop. He has a Facebook as well that I'll probably drop. So lots of socials, and if you guys are thinking about starting an e-commerce business, sounds like there's a lot of info that could really benefit you. So drop shipping is the future. I've heard about it for many years now, and it's not going anywhere, folks. So
And it's right here in Broomfield.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. So support local. Awesome, man. I appreciate your time today. It was great.
Absolutely.